You know, in a world where destinies are supposedly written in stone, what actually happens when the villain just decides to rewrite the script? Welcome to today's Explainer. We're unraveling a story of absolute, unapologetic revenge. A tale where the predetermined good guys are forced to face the absolutely monstrous consequences of their own betrayals, all orchestrated by a guy who point-blank refuses to play the victim.
They betrayed my childhood love, so tomorrow I will destroy their entire family. The capital city belongs to me now. Right, so let's dive straight into this dark fantasy. Imagine this. You're dumped at your own lavish birthday party. And not just by one, but by two fiancées. Yep, the Sue sisters, your childhood sweethearts. And they didn't just casually leave. They actually ditched you to comfort a broke, amnesiac guy with undeniable plot armor named Song Jingnian. For our reincarnated protagonist, who, by the way, used to be an assassin boss in his past life, yeah, this isn't just heartbreak. It's an all-out declaration of war.
Section 1. Reborn as the villain. Our ex-assassin wakes up as the doomed young Master He and absolutely refuses to play the tragic victim for the designated hero.
So, we've got the classic happiness system trope here. It literally pops into his head like a video game, ordering him to fly to the island, propose to the sisters, and beg for their love, promising millions in cash. But our protagonist? No way. He sees right through the whole shebang. Using pure, unadulterated willpower, he hacks the system's-based commands, mutes its annoying robotic voice, and takes absolute control. He completely refuses to be some pawn whose luck gets drained by a magical interface.
The contrast between our two rivals is honestly almost comical. On one side, we have young Master He. He's our calculating, wine-sipping anti-hero with untouchable wealth, deep political connections, and absolute power. Then, on the flip side, is Song Jingnian, supposedly the destined hero. He's a broke, pathetic sponsored student who uses fake innocence and pity to manipulate the Sue sisters. I mean, the sisters actually skipped their fiancé's birthday party to take this guy on an expensive, secret island vacation just to cheer him up. Crazy, right?
Section 2. Bankrupting the Sue family.
For the Sue family, disrespecting young Master He comes with an immediate, literally apocalyptic price. It happens so incredibly fast. Just a few whispered words from young Master He, and by midnight, every single investor universally pulls their funding from the Sue family's half-finished projects. Boom. By morning, government officials are permanently sealing off their construction sites, and by noon, total, unavoidable financial ruin sets in. Sue Shanhei, the family patriarch, is frantically calling everyone, absolutely panicking as his entire life's work just disintegrates overnight.
The brutal reality check happens immediately at the gates of Yulong Manor. Sue Shanhei and his arrogant mistress rush there in a blind panic, begging for mercy. But the mistress makes the fatal mistake of insulting the young master's elite guard. Instantly, and I mean instantly, the guard breaks her wrist, slaps her across the face, and literally throws them out into the street like garbage. And while all this chaotic screaming and crying is happening out at the gates, young Master He is just sitting in his pavilion, leisurely eating his breakfast, sipping his morning tea, completely and utterly unbothered.
Section 3. The kidnapping trap. Meanwhile, totally oblivious to their family's collapse, the sisters' luxury vacation is about to hit a massive brick wall.
This trap is brilliantly cruel. Young Master He's loyal guard, Long Chantian, flies out to the island and orchestrates a fake, utterly terrifying kidnapping of the two sisters. He leaves a ransom note for our destined hero, Song Jingnian. The demand? Exactly 1 million in cash. What makes this number so perfectly poetic is that it's the exact amount of money the sisters had foolishly gifted to Song Jingnian over the years.
So Song Jingnian scrapes together the 1 million and arrives at a dark, abandoned basement to play the hero. But Long Chantian isn't exactly playing by standard kidnapping rules. He takes the money and drops a bombshell that shatters the entire dynamic. $1 million doesn't buy both sisters. Nope. It only buys the life of one. So the ultimate question is, who will he choose?
Section 4. The ultimate betrayal.
Absolute panic erupts in the basement. Song Jingnian tries to act tough, grabbing the kidnapper's collar, but Long Chantian doesn't even flinch. In a flash, he delivers this brutal, bone-shattering kick that completely breaks Song Jingnian's leg, instantly reducing the so-called hero to a crying, bleeding mess. With the clock ticking and a broken leg, he has to make a choice. And then the older sister, Su Mengyao, completely throws her younger sister under the bus, screaming, "I am the eldest daughter. I am the first heir. I love you more than my sister does. Choose me."
It is just a sickening display of selfishness that proves righteousness often disappears the exact second survival is on the line.
And Song Jing-yen makes his choice. He chooses the older sister, Meng Yao, coldly calculating that she holds more financial value. The heavy iron door of the basement slams shut. The younger sister, Su-wan Ching, is left behind in the dark, tied to a chair. In that heavy, terrifying silence, you can almost feel her mind completely breaking as she realizes the hero she funded and the sister she trusted just abandoned her to a living hell.
Section 5. A bloody conclusion.
You see, stripping their wealth and exposing their hypocrisy, that was just phase 1. For young Master He, phase 2 requires blood. He wants them to destroy themselves. Our main character doesn't even need to get his hands dirty for the final blow. First, he releases the abandoned sister, Wang Qing, but only after his men whisper the toxic truth in her ear, that she was used as fuel for their survival. Second, he waits for the surviving betrayers, Meng Yao and Song, to storm his corporate boardroom, demanding an apology. Third, he simply presses a button and plays the hidden camera footage from the warehouse on the big screen, exposing their cowardice for everyone to see. And step 4, well, he just sits back with his wine, smiles, and watches the inevitable happen.
As the footage plays, the boardroom doors open, and Wang Qing steps out. Her eyes are utterly hollow. The illusion of their righteousness is completely shattered. With a sudden, terrifying scream, Wang Qing pulls a hunting knife. In a frenzy of pure, toxic hatred, she stabs her older sister through the chest. Then, she turns to the screaming hero with the broken leg and stabs him to death too. Finally, covered in the blood of her betrayers, she slashes her own wrists just as the police sirens begin to wail. The Su family's fragile empire officially crumbles into scandal, bankruptcy, and death. It's the ultimate manhwa trope fulfillment. While they destroy each other in a bloody boardroom, young Master He sits comfortably in his luxury estate, sipping his wine, victorious.
It's a brutal, spectacular dismantling of every single cliché we expect from these stories. The villain won by simply holding up a mirror to the heroes. So I want to leave you with this thought. In a world built on predictable tropes, who is the real monster here? Is it the villain who sets the trap, or the supposed heroes who so willingly, so eagerly tear each other apart the moment they step inside it? Definitely keep that in mind next time you're rooting for the designated good guy. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.